Do you ever wonder why some people achieve so much while others seem stuck, even when they have the same resources and time? The difference isn't talent, luck, or hard work, it's mindset. In today's video, we'll uncover the one rule that can transform the way you approach life and success. Most people go through life reacting to what happens to them. They let their environment, circumstances, and other people dictate their choices. But here's the truth, your life changes the moment you take control of your mind. This rule isn't complicated, but it requires discipline. Once you master it, you'll unlock opportunities, stay calm under pressure, and achieve goals that once felt impossible. Let's dive into how you can master this rule and create a mindset that works for you, not against you. The biggest challenge people face is negativity, negative thoughts, negative influences, and negative habits. Think about it. How often do you tell yourself, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never make it"? These thoughts don't just appear out of nowhere, they come from years of conditioning. Maybe it's a failure you experienced, someone's criticism, or even fear of the unknown. This negativity creates self-doubt, and self-doubt is the enemy of progress. But here's the good news, you're not stuck. You can retrain your brain to think in ways that empower you instead of holding you back. 1. Guard your thoughts like treasure. Your thoughts are more than just fleeting moments in your mind, they are the architects of your destiny. Every single one of them carries the power to shape the course of your life. Now think about this, if you knew the very fabric of your future was being woven by your thoughts, wouldn't you treat them with the utmost care? That's why I say guard your thoughts like treasure. Imagine your mind as the most fertile soil on earth. Whatever you plant in it, whether good or bad, will grow. You can plant weeds, seeds of doubt, fear, and negativity, or you can plant crops of abundance, confidence, and optimism. Here's the rule, the soil doesn't care what you plant. It's up to you to decide. Guarding your thoughts means being intentional about what enters your mental space. The conversations you engage in, the books you read, the media you consume, and the people you surround yourself with, they are all planting seeds in your mind. If you allow negativity to creep in, it will take root, and soon it will overshadow the positive seeds. The opposite is also true. Surround yourself with uplifting content and positive influences, and your mind will become a flourishing garden of possibility. Here's a truth that many overlook: your mind is always listening. It listens to your inner dialogue, the words you say out loud, and even the tone in which you say them. If you constantly tell yourself, "I can't do this," your mind believes it. But if you say, "I'm learning how to do this," or "I'll find a way," your mind shifts gears. It starts looking for solutions instead of obstacles. Guarding your thoughts also requires vigilance against the sneaky thief of comparison. In today's world, it's easy to look at someone else's highlight reel on social media and feel like you're falling behind. But here's the truth, you're running your own race. Don't let the noise of the world drown out your inner voice. Start each day by setting the tone for your thoughts. Take a few moments to visualize the kind of day you want. Picture yourself handling challenges with grace, accomplishing tasks with focus, and ending the day feeling fulfilled. This simple act of guarding the direction of your thoughts can have a profound impact on your actions and outcomes. Now, let's talk about the role of gratitude. A grateful mind is a guarded mind. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you're less likely to let negative thoughts creep in. Make it a habit to write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. Over time, this practice trains your brain to look for the good in every situation. But what about those days when negative thoughts seem to flood your mind? Here's a simple strategy: replace, don't resist. Instead of trying to force yourself to stop thinking negatively, replace those thoughts with something positive or constructive. If you're thinking, I'm not good enough, counter it with, I'm learning and improving every day. This isn't just about positivity, it's about consciously steering your mind toward a more productive state. Finally, remember that guarding your thoughts isn't a one-time effort, it's a lifelong practice. Just as a fortress requires constant vigilance to remain secure, your mind requires consistent care to stay strong. Regularly check in with yourself. Are your thoughts building you up or are they tearing you down? Adjust accordingly. When you treat your thoughts like treasure, they will reward you richly. They will guide you, uplift you, and help you create a life that reflects your deepest aspirations. Guard them well, and you'll discover the immense power of a mind that's aligned with purpose. 2. Choose your words wisely. Words. They may seem simple, just a collection of sounds or letters, but their power is immeasurable. They can uplift or destroy, inspire or demoralize, create or tear apart. Your words are the blueprint for your thoughts and actions, and what you say, whether to yourself or others, lays the foundation for your reality. So choose your words wisely. Let's start with how you talk to yourself. Have you ever caught yourself saying something like, I'm such a failure, or I can't do anything right? It might seem harmless, but words have a way of embedding themselves deep into your subconscious. Your mind doesn't just hear those words, it believes them, and it begins to act as though they are true. That's why it's so important to monitor your inner dialogue. Now, instead of tearing yourself down, practice lifting yourself up. Replace I can't with I'm learning how to replace this is impossible with I'll find a way. These small changes might feel awkward at first, but over time they'll become second nature. And when your words change, your mindset changes. Your words also set the tone for how others perceive and interact with you. Imagine meeting someone for the first time and they say, I'm just so unlucky. Nothing ever works out for me. What impression would that leave? Now imagine they say, I face some challenges, but I'm figuring things out, moving forward, same situation, different tone. Which version inspires confidence? Choosing your words wisely isn't about ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about framing your reality in a way that empowers you rather than limits you. For example, instead of saying, I'm stuck in this job try, I'm exploring new opportunities. Instead of, I'm not good at this, say, I'm working to improve. The facts haven't changed, but the perspective has. Let's not forget the words you use with others. Words can heal or harm, build bridges or burn them. Think about the last time someone genuinely praised or encouraged you. How did it make you feel? That's the power of positive words. On the flip side, think about the last time someone criticized you harshly. Those words can linger, shaping how you see yourself. Now ask yourself, what kind of impact do you want your words to have? When you speak to others, aim to uplift, encourage, and inspire. That doesn't mean avoiding difficult conversations or sugarcoating the truth. It means delivering your message with empathy and kindness. One of the best ways to choose your words wisely is to pause before you speak. Ask yourself, is what I'm about to say true? Is it necessary? Is it necessary? Is it kind? If the answer to any of these questions is no, consider rephrasing or staying silent. Another key to mastering your words is to avoid the language of limitation. Phrases like, I always mess up, or this never works out, create a fixed mindset. Instead, embrace the language of growth. I'm learning, I'm improving, this is a work in progress. These subtle shifts can have a profound impact on how you approach challenges and opportunities. Finally, let's talk about the words you consume. Just as your thoughts are influenced by what you allow into your mind, your words are shaped by what you hear and read. Surround yourself with language that inspires and uplifts. Listen to podcasts, read books, and engage in conversations that challenge and expand your thinking. Your words are a reflection of your mindset. Speak with intention, speak with purpose. Speak with the awareness that your words have the power to shape your reality and the realities of those around you. When you choose your words wisely, you're not just speaking, you're creating. 3, protect your time like gold. Time. It's the most precious resource you have. You can earn more money, make new friends, or gain more knowledge, but time, once it's spent, it's gone forever. That's why it must be guarded with the same vigilance you'd reserve for gold. In fact, time is even more valuable than gold because it determines what you can achieve, who you become, and the legacy you leave behind. Imagine you had a bank account where $86,400 was deposited every single day. But here's the catch: whatever you don't spend by the end of the day disappears. Would you waste even a single dollar? Of course not. Yet every day, life gives you 86,400 seconds, and many of us let them slip through our fingers. The first step to protecting your time is understanding its value. Every second, every minute, every hour counts. If you treat your time like it's limitless, you'll squander it on things that don't matter. But if you treat it like gold, precious and irreplaceable, you'll start to make decisions that align with your goals and values. One of the most dangerous thieves of time is distraction. We live in an age where distractions are everywhere: endless scrolling on social media, binge watching shows, or saying yes to commitments that don't serve your purpose. If you're not careful, these distractions can eat away at your time before you even realize it. The solution? Become intentional about how you spend your time. Start by asking yourself, what truly matters to me? What are my goals? Once you're clear on your priorities, it becomes easier to filter out distractions. For example, if your goal is to improve your skills in a certain area, spending an hour watching random videos online isn't just a waste, it's a missed opportunity to invest in yourself. Another key to protecting your time is learning the power of no. Saying no doesn't mean you're selfish or unkind. It means you respect your time enough to use it wisely. Think about it. Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. If you say yes to every request or opportunity that comes your way, you'll soon find yourself overwhelmed and unable to focus on what really matters. Here's a practical tip: schedule your priorities. Don't just make a to-do list. Block out time in your calendar for the things that are important to you. Whether it's working on a project, spending time with family, or even taking a moment to relax, treat these commitments like unbreakable appointments. When you schedule your priorities, you're telling the world and yourself that these things matter. But let's not forget about balance. Protecting your time doesn't mean filling every moment with work. Rest and recreation are just as important as productivity. Think of your time like a battery. If you don't recharge, you'll eventually burn out. So carve out time for self-care, hobbies, and meaningful connections with others. Now let's talk about time thieves disguised as productivity. Have you ever spent hours on something only to realize it didn't actually move you closer to your goals? That's the trap of being busy versus being effective. Protecting your time means focusing on the activities that truly matter, the ones that create the most value for your life and your future. One way to identify these high-value activities is to ask yourself, if I could only do one thing today, what would it be? Start with that. Once it's done, move on to the next most important thing. This practice ensures that even if your day doesn't go as planned, you've still made meaningful progress. Lastly, reflect on how you're spending your time. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to review: did I use my time wisely? Did I focus on what mattered? If not, what can I do differently tomorrow? This simple habit of reflection can help you continuously improve how you manage your time. Remember, your time is your life. Protect it, prioritize it, and use it to create the life you want. When you treat your time like gold, you'll discover that you have more than enough to achieve your goals, enjoy the journey, and leave a lasting impact. 4. Celebrate small wins. Success isn't built in a day. It's not about grand gestures or overnight transformations. It's about the small, consistent steps you take every single day. And here's the secret: those small steps are worth celebrating. In fact, learning to celebrate small wins is one of the most powerful ways to stay motivated, build momentum, and reinforce positive habits. Think about this: every time you celebrate a win, no matter how small, you're telling your brain this is worth doing, and when your brain associates effort with reward, it becomes easier to stay on track. Success then becomes a series of small victories, each building on the last. But why do so many people overlook the small wins? Because we're conditioned to focus on the big picture. We set lofty goals: lose 20 pounds, write a book, start a business, and we think the only thing worth celebrating is achieving the final result. But here's the truth: big goals are nothing more than a collection of small actions. If you wait until the end to celebrate, you miss out on the joy and motivation that comes from acknowledging your progress along the way. Let's take a closer look at how you can celebrate small wins effectively. First, you need to recognize them. This might sound obvious, but many people don't take the time to acknowledge their efforts. If you exercise for 20 minutes today, that's a win. If you wrote one page of your book, that's a win. If you resisted the urge to procrastinate and tackled a task, that's a win. These moments might seem small, but they're the building blocks of your success. Next, understand that celebration doesn't have to be extravagant. You don't need to throw a party every time you make progress. Sometimes a simple acknowledgement, a moment to say, "I did it," is enough. Other times you might treat yourself to something small, like a favorite snack, a short break, or even just a few minutes of relaxation. The key is to do something that makes you feel good and reinforces the effort you put in. Celebrating small wins also helps you stay focused on the process rather than the outcome. When you're too fixated on the end goal, it's easy to feel overwhelmed or discouraged. But when you break it down into smaller milestones, each step feels manageable. You're not climbing a mountain, you're taking one step at a time, and every step is a success. Now, let's address a common misconception: celebrating small wins isn't about settling for less. It's about appreciating the journey. Think of it this way: if you only celebrate when you reach the top of the mountain, you miss the beauty of the climb. Each small win is a marker of progress, a reminder that you're moving in the right direction. Another benefit of celebrating small wins is that it creates a positive feedback loop. When you feel good about what you've accomplished, you're more likely to keep going. And the more you keep going, the more wins you'll have to celebrate. It's a cycle of motivation that keeps you moving forward. Here's a practical tip: keep a journal of your small wins. At the end of each day, write down 3 things you accomplished, no matter how minor they seem. Over time, this habit will shift your focus from what you haven't done to what you have. And when you look back, you'll be amazed at how far you've come. Lastly, don't forget to share your wins with others. Celebrate with friends, family, or colleagues who support and encourage you. Their acknowledgement and encouragement can amplify the joy of your success and strengthen your resolve to keep going. Celebrating small wins is about building a mindset of appreciation and progress. It's about recognizing that success isn't a destination, it's a journey, made up of countless steps, each one worthy of acknowledgement. So take a moment to pause, reflect, and celebrate. You've earned it. 5. Feed your curiosity. Curiosity, it's the spark that lights the fire of growth. A curious mind is not only an open mind, but a mind that invites possibilities. It's the foundation of learning, exploration, and progress. Without curiosity, we stagnate. With it, we evolve, adapt, and discover our true potential. I think of curiosity as the hunger of the mind. Just as your body needs nourishment to function, your mind needs to be fed with new ideas, challenges, and perspectives. And just like a good meal, the more varied and rich the input, the more satisfying and beneficial it is. Why is curiosity so powerful? Because it keeps you questioning, exploring, and seeking answers. When you're curious, you don't accept things at face value. You dig deeper, ask why, and challenge assumptions. This habit of questioning opens doors to new opportunities and solutions that others might overlook. Let's look at how you can cultivate and feed your curiosity daily. 1. Read widely and often. Books are the gateway to other worlds, other minds, and other possibilities. Every time you pick up a book, you're engaging in a conversation with the author. You're learning from their experiences, mistakes, and insights. But don't limit yourself to one genre or topic. Read broadly history, science, philosophy, fiction, and biographies. Each offers a unique lens through which to view the world. When you read, don't just absorb the information passively. Question it, take notes, reflect on how the ideas apply to your life. A curious mind doesn't just read, it interacts with the material, turning knowledge into wisdom. 2. Engage in conversations. Curiosity thrives in dialogue. Every person you meet knows something you don't. They have experiences, perspectives, and stories that can enrich your understanding. But to tap into this treasure, you have to listen actively and ask thoughtful questions. Don't just wait for your turn to speak. Dive deeper into what they're sharing. Why do they think that way? What can you learn from their perspective? Conversations also challenge your existing beliefs. When you encounter differing opinions, instead of dismissing them, use your curiosity to explore them. Ask yourself, what if they're right? What can I take from this? This practice not only broadens your horizons, but also strengthens your ability to think critically. 3. Seek out new experiences. Routine is the enemy of curiosity. When you do the same things, see the same people, and go to the same places, your mind stops noticing new details. To keep your curiosity alive, you need to break the monotony. Try new activities, visit unfamiliar places, or learn a skill you've never attempted before. Each new experience adds to your mental toolkit. It teaches you something about the world and about yourself. And the beauty of curiosity is that it builds on itself. The more you explore, the more questions you'll have, leading you to explore even further. 4. Ask better questions. Curiosity isn't just about seeking answers, it's about asking the right questions. The quality of your questions determines the depth of your understanding. Instead of asking, what should I do? Ask, what can I learn from this? Instead of, why is this happening to me? Ask, how can I grow from this experience? Great questions challenge assumptions, reveal new possibilities, and lead to better decisions. Make it a habit to question the status quo, whether it's in your personal life, work, or the world around you. 5. Embrace failure as feedback. Curiosity and fear of failure cannot coexist. When you're curious, failure isn't a setback, it's a learning opportunity. Every mistake, every misstep is a chance to understand what doesn't work and why. This mindset shifts your focus from avoiding failure to embracing growth. Ask yourself after each failure, what went wrong? What can I do differently next time? This approach not only keeps your curiosity alive, but also builds resilience. 6. Stay open to change. Curiosity requires flexibility. If you're rigid in your beliefs or routines, you'll miss the opportunities curiosity brings. Stay open to new ideas, even if they challenge your current way of thinking. Be willing to adapt, pivot, and try again. Remember, the world is constantly changing. Those who remain curious and adaptable thrive, while those who resist change get left behind. In feeding your curiosity, you're not just learning new things, you're developing a mindset that sees challenges as opportunities, setbacks as lessons, and life as an endless journey of discovery. 6. Embrace discomfort. Growth is never easy. It's rarely comfortable. In fact, some of the most transformative moments in life come when we're stretched, challenged, or pushed beyond our limits. Yet most people avoid discomfort like the plague. They cling to what's familiar, what's safe, and what feels good in the moment. But here's the truth: the comfort zone is a nice place, but nothing ever grows there. Discomfort is the price of progress. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, you're expanding your capacity, building resilience, and discovering what you're truly capable of. Think of it like exercise. When you lift weights, you're putting your muscles under stress. It's uncomfortable, even painful at times, but it's this very stress that makes your muscles grow stronger. 1. Recognize discomfort as a sign of growth. When you feel uncomfortable, it's a signal that you're doing something new, something that challenges you. Instead of running from it, lean into it. Ask yourself, what is this discomfort teaching me? How can I use it to grow? 2. Reframe fear. Fear is often at the root of discomfort. Fear of failure, rejection, or uncertainty. But fear isn't the enemy, it's a compass. It points you toward the areas where you have the most room to grow. The next time fear arises, don't let it paralyze you. Instead, let it guide you. Step into the fear and prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. 3. Take small steps outside your comfort zone. You don't have to leap into discomfort all at once. Start small. If public speaking terrifies you, volunteer to speak in front of a small group first. If you're afraid of failure, set a goal that challenges you but isn't overwhelming. Each small step builds confidence and makes the next step easier. 4. Learn to embrace the unknown. Discomfort often comes from uncertainty. We like to know what's going to happen, to feel in control. But life doesn't work that way. The greatest opportunities often come from situations where you have no idea what the outcome will be. Instead of resisting the unknown, embrace it. Trust that you'll figure it out as you go. 5. Find the lesson in every challenge. Every time you face discomfort, there's a lesson waiting to be learned. Maybe it's a skill you need to develop, a mindset you need to shift, or a strength you didn't know you had. Reflect on each experience and ask, what did this teach me? How can I grow from this? 6. Celebrate your courage. Stepping outside your comfort zone is an act of courage. It's easy to stay where it's safe, but it takes strength to embrace discomfort. Celebrate each time you do something that scares you, no matter how small. Acknowledge your bravery and use it as fuel to keep pushing forward. 7. Surround yourself with support. Growth doesn't have to be a solo journey. Surround yourself with people who encourage you to step outside your comfort zone. Whether it's a mentor, a friend, or a community, having support makes discomfort more manageable. 8. Remember the bigger picture. When discomfort feels overwhelming, remind yourself why you're doing it. What's the goal? What's the vision? Keeping your eyes on the bigger picture gives you the strength to endure temporary discomfort for long-term growth. Embracing discomfort isn't about seeking pain for its own sake. It's about recognizing that the path to growth, achievement, and fulfillment is rarely easy. But it's worth it, because on the other side of discomfort lies a stronger, wiser, and more capable version of yourself. So step into the discomfort, embrace the challenge, and watch yourself transform. 7. Visualize your success. The mind is a powerful tool, and one of the most effective ways to harness that power is through visualization. The clearer your vision, the more likely you are to achieve your goals. Our thoughts shape our actions, and when we picture ourselves succeeding, we create a mental blueprint for success. It's not just wishful thinking, it's a strategy that activates the mind, helping you recognize opportunities and make decisions that align with your vision. Visualization is like a mental rehearsal. When athletes prepare for a big event, they don't just practice their skills, they visualize every move, every step. They imagine the outcome they want and mentally rehearse it until it feels like it's already happening. In the same way, you can use visualization to mentally prepare for success in your own life. 1. See your future success. The first step to effective visualization is creating a vivid picture of your success. Close your eyes for a moment and think about what you want to achieve. What does it look like? How does it feel? Are you standing in front of a cheering crowd, holding your diploma, or reaching the top of the mountain? Make this vision as real as possible. The clearer and more detailed the picture, the more powerful it becomes. Your mind doesn't know the difference between real and vividly imagined experiences. When you visualize success, your brain begins to wire itself for success. It starts to recognize the steps needed to reach that goal and begin to shape your habits and behaviors around it. 2. Make your vision specific. It's not enough to just imagine success in general terms. The more specific you are, the more effective the visualization. For example, instead of just picturing yourself successful in your career, imagine what your ideal day at work looks like. What kind of tasks are you handling? Who are you working with? What impact are you making? The more detailed you can make the image in your mind, the more motivated and aligned you will be to make that vision a reality. Writing down your vision can help clarify it. Make a list of what success looks like to you and review it regularly. This keeps your mind focused and sharp on the target. The more often you visit this mental image, the more real it becomes. 3. Feel the emotions of success. It's not just about seeing the vision, it's about feeling it. Emotions are the fuel for motivation, and the stronger your emotional connection to your vision, the more you will be driven to make it a reality. When you visualize success, allow yourself to feel the pride, joy, and satisfaction that come with achieving your goal. These emotions create a powerful connection to your vision and reinforce the desire to turn that vision into reality. Imagine the sense of fulfillment and excitement you'll experience when you finally achieve what you've been working for. The clearer and more emotionally charged your visualization, the more your mind will begin working towards it. 4. Use visualization as a daily practice. Visualization isn't something you do just once and forget about. To make it a habit, take a few minutes every day to revisit your vision. Find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed, close your eyes, and immerse yourself in the details of your success. Do this consistently, and over time you'll notice that your actions begin to align with your vision. Your brain will start recognizing opportunities that help you move closer to your goal, and you'll be more focused on the actions that lead to success. Many successful people, including athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders, use this practice to stay focused and motivated. It's a mental exercise that primes the brain to recognize possibilities and take the necessary actions. The key is consistency. The more regularly you visualize success, the more natural it will become to work toward it. 5. Visualize the obstacles too. Visualization isn't just about picturing the perfect outcome. It's also about mentally preparing for challenges. The road to success is rarely smooth, and part of effective visualization is preparing for the bumps along the way. Think about the potential obstacles you might encounter on your journey. What challenges could arise? How will you handle them? Visualizing both the highs and lows prepares you to face adversity with confidence. By mentally rehearsing how you'll deal with obstacles, you'll be better equipped to handle them when they arise. This makes you more resilient and capable of staying focused on your goals even when things don't go as planned. 6. Align your actions with your vision. Visualization works best when it's paired with intentional action. You can dream about success all day, but without the right actions, that vision will remain just a dream. Each day, take small steps that move you closer to your goal. When you visualize success, it serves as a reminder of what you're working towards. But it's your daily actions that turn the vision into reality. Start by setting clear, actionable goals that align with your bigger vision. Break down your goals into manageable steps and commit to taking action every day. The more you act in alignment with your vision, the more momentum you'll build and the closer you'll get to turning your dreams into reality. Visualization is a tool, but it's only effective if you use it alongside deliberate, focused action. Think of it as the blueprint for your success and your actions as the building blocks that bring that blueprint to life. 8. Be your own biggest cheerleader. In the journey to success, it's easy to wait for external validation. We look for praise from others, hoping that someone will recognize our efforts. But here's the truth: the most important validation comes from within. If you want to achieve great things, you need to become your own biggest cheerleader. You need to believe in yourself even when no one else does. Because when you truly believe in yourself, you'll keep pushing forward, no matter what. Self-belief is a powerful force. It's the foundation of resilience, confidence, and perseverance. The world may doubt you, criticize you, or try to bring you down, but none of that matters if you have a strong belief in your own abilities. Belief isn't just about thinking you can do something, it's about acting on that belief, even in the face of doubt or adversity. 1. Speak to yourself with encouragement. Your inner dialogue is the most important conversation you'll ever have. It sets the tone for your actions and shapes your mindset. When you face challenges, do you say to yourself, "This is too hard," or do you say, "I can handle this"? The words you speak to yourself matter more than you might realize. If you're constantly doubting yourself or speaking negatively, that will shape your reality. But when you encourage yourself, remind yourself of your strengths, and tell yourself that you can succeed, you're building a mindset of success. Start by replacing negative self-talk with positive affirmations. Instead of focusing on your weaknesses, focus on your strengths. Remind yourself of past victories and the lessons you've learned from challenges. Speak to yourself as you would to a close friend, encouraging, kind, and supportive. 2. Celebrate your efforts, not just the results. Too often, we wait until we've achieved our goals to celebrate. But success is not just about the destination, it's about the journey. Every step you take towards your goal is a victory. Celebrate your efforts along the way. Recognize the small wins, the progress, and the persistence it took to get there. These celebrations don't have to be grand, but they serve as a reminder that you're on the right track. Every time you take a small step forward, give yourself credit. Acknowledge your hard work and the discipline it takes to keep going. This self-acknowledgement will build your confidence and motivate you to keep pushing forward. 3. Practice self-compassion. Self-belief isn't about being perfect. It's about accepting yourself, flaws and all, and continuing to move forward. You will make mistakes. You will face setbacks. But instead of beating yourself up, practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a friend who is struggling. Remember that failure is not a reflection of your worth. It's a part of the process. Be gentle with yourself when things don't go as planned. Acknowledge the disappointment, but don't let it define you. Keep going. The road to success is paved with mistakes, but those mistakes are what help you grow. 4. Visualize your success and speak it into existence. Belief starts with visualization, but it's reinforced by speaking your goals into existence. When you talk about your dreams, don't speak in uncertain terms. Instead of saying, "I hope I can do this," say, "I am going to do this." Speaking with conviction reinforces your belief in yourself and the possibility of success. The more you speak with certainty about your goals, the more your actions will align with those words. As you continue to believe in your own abilities, you'll notice that the world starts to reflect that belief back to you. 5. Surround yourself with positive influence. Being your own biggest cheerleader is important, but it's also essential to surround yourself with people who believe in you. Seek out mentors, friends, and colleagues who encourage your growth, who challenge you to push past your limits, and who celebrate your successes. Their belief in you can reinforce your own self-belief. At the same time, distance yourself from negativity. People who criticize or discourage you can erode your confidence and make it harder to believe in yourself. Protect your mental environment by nurturing relationships with those who lift you up and challenge you to be your best self. 6. Don't wait for others to recognize your worth. Often we look for validation from others. We want them to notice our efforts, to give us recognition and approval. But waiting for others to tell you that you're capable or worthy can hold you back. Recognize your own worth, your own value. You don't need anyone else's approval to move forward. When you believe in yourself, you're unstoppable. Become your own biggest cheerleader. Encourage yourself, celebrate your progress, and never doubt that you are capable of achieving your goals. The power of self-belief is within you. And when you harness it, there's nothing you can't do. Here's the moment of truth. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have. If you don't control it, someone else will. The rule is simple but profound. Whatever you focus on expands. If you focus on problems, you'll see more problems. But if you focus on solutions, opportunities, and growth, your entire perspective shifts. When you catch yourself slipping into negativity, stop and ask, is this thought helping me or hurting me? The one rule to master your mindset is to guard your thoughts and focus on growth. It won't happen overnight, but every step you take strengthens your mental foundation. Remember, your mindset is the lens through which you see the world. Change the lens and you'll change your reality. Start small, choose one habit to improve today, one thought to reframe, or one influence to cut out. The results will compound, and before you know it, you'll be living a life that feels unrecognizable in the best way.